Hello there. Today we're going to be starting painting this dear little hare. Here is my reference image, and I've got a drawing all drawn up on the wrong side actually of some Arches 640 gram cold press paper. I like the look of the texture on this side of the paper, so I will, it's too hard to see in the camera, but you'll look at it and see what I mean. So I'm going to start by wetting, and in my hand I've got four tubes. I've got Sodalite Genuine, Buff Titanium, Sugarlite Genuine, and Potter's Pink. So normally when I paint like this, I paint with the tubes in my hand. In our class situation, we're going to have little blobs of paint, so I'm doing it like this so that you can see the intensity of paint that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to start with my number 14 brush, and I'm going to wet outside of the ear. Now I'm just going to wet it to the inside line of the ear, and I'm just going to shaggy it out to the side. So I'm wetting the left hand side of the left ear. Yeah, you won't be able to see what I've wet, but trust me, I have. Then I'm going to pick up a little the brush I'm using here is looks like it's about a size 3. It's just this little cheapy synthetic brush, so I'll try with this one first and see how we go. I'm going to leave that outside piece of the ear dry. So as you can see, I quite like to use my palette just to make sure I haven't got a great big blob on my brush, and then I'm just going to touch it to the top edge of the ear, and hopefully you can see what that's doing there. So I'll just go in with a little bit more water and just wet it out a little bit further, like that. So that's Sodalite Genuine I've just touched up there. So I'm going to come down here and just touch a little bit more to the outside here. And I'm just dropping it on just outside that line that shows it there. That's all. Rinse off my brush. And I quite like this Sugarlite, which is like a pale grey, purpley grey. Just going to drop some of that in. And you can be as creative as you like with this type of painting in terms of colour. It doesn't have to be absolutely the same as what you're seeing in the picture. And I'll drop some of that down the bottom here too. And it just is mixing with the Sodalite there. And then I'm going to pick up some Potter's Pink, which is only granulating pinky reedy colour that I know of, and I'm just going to drop some in. I haven't got enough on my brush. And I'm just negative painting, sweeping it in to where those little bristly hairy bits of the ear are going to be sticking out, because ears are very vascular and they've got lots of pink in them. Rinse off my brush again and just re-look at what I've got there. And I'm going to pick up my Hematite Genuine, which is it's got a charcoal coloured granulation in it, and a kind of a pinky base colour that flows out of it. This tube has got a bit of gum arabic on the top of it, so I'll just sort out a bit on the side here, and I'm just going to go back in and just drop some of that in where there's some dark bits, and that'll just float out. Give it a little tip. So I'm just tilting my paper a little bit. Let it gently run down. I'll put my glasses case underneath it, something that's about 1 inch high, just to help the water dissipate it. I'm just dropping a little bit more water on there. And that's all I'm going to do to that.